Is the government coming to take your gas stove away? There's something in the report that's caused all these dire headlines that no one seems to have noticed until now. And I want you to watch this so I can show you because it's causing all of these incredibly doom and gloom headlines like gas stoves are the major cause of childhood asthma in the US. Cause of asthma. Gas stoves cause 1 in 8 child asthma cases, this story says. And it goes even deeper over here on the bite. To paint an even uglier picture, the study found that 12.7% of all childhood asthma cases in the country can be attributed to your gas stove, totaling around 650,000 kids. Here's a great pull quote. It's like having a car exhaust in a home, says the study co author Brady Seals. Who is this Brady Seals? Well, here's the actual report that's being cited in all of these pieces. And as you can see, one of the authors is Brady A. Seals. But who's that? Well, this is Brady Seals. That's her right there. She's posting the study. She said, we found that 12.7% of childhood current asthma in the US can be attributable to a gas stove. Who is Brady Seals? Well, you can see right here that Brady Seals is in the business of building electrification. That means taking buildings and adding electric products to them. This is in direct opposition to the natural gas industry. And I'll go a little further in this in just a second. But Brady Seals is very much into getting rid of gas cookery and putting in something that is electronic in its place. So the co-author of the report stands to benefit greatly in a financial way if this story makes the rounds and says that these gas stoves are causing asthma. What about the other people behind this? Taylor Grunwald, right here. Taylor Grunwald is part of this company called Rewiring America. You can guess what they do too. They get rid of natural gas lines in buildings and other places, and they put in electricity. They want to get rid of gas stoves and put in electric stoves. One big reason why in just a moment. But this is where it all gets real interesting. The academic researcher noted current incentive programs that support changing from a gas stove in an effort to slow climate change. Check this out. The recently signed Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 offers rebates for the purchase of high efficiency electric home appliances, such as stoves, as part of the provisions to address climate change. They even pointed to using magnetic induction cooktops. So there's literally a benefit of up to $8,000 in the Inflation Reduction Act that would help people who are removing these gas systems, gas cooking systems, and replacing them with electric based equipment. It's the exact business that Brady Seals was in. And it's the exact business that her co author on the study, Taylor Grunwald, is in. How are they ever going to come to any different conclusion other than the one that financially benefits them the most? No one is talking about this. And they're even tweeting about how you can save up to $840 or more on getting rid of your gas equipment and replacing it with something different, something electric based. What causes asthma to begin with? As far as the experts and doctors and people who work on this are concerned, it's something that's inherited from your parents in most cases. And I'll show you something real interesting. Here's an actual study cited by more than 40 different reports. And they talk about gas stove use and respiratory health. It's from 2003. Somebody not connected in any way to electrification as a job. They said results of their study of 445 adults. Nearly half of the adults with asthma had a gas stove in their home. There was no association between gas stove use and FEV1. That's how much you can breathe in a second. There was no relation between gas stove use and the risk of self reported cough or other respiratory systems. Controlling for socio-demographic, smoking, housing, and geographic factors did appreciably affect the conclusions. The results conclusions among adults with asthma, there was no apparent impact of gas stove use on respiratory symptoms. An actual study says the opposite of the study of studies that these folks in the industry went for. And in the end, none of it really matters because the person who first suggested that they might be getting rid of gas stoves in the United States has now said they're not coming for your gas stove. And you can even see in this CNN article, they're pushing the message out there because this was not well received. We're not taking away your gas stove. So, what do you think? Are these people somehow able to be non biased, even though they stand to benefit greatly from the very study they pushed out? They work for an electrification company and they say, hey, it just so happens that these natural gas stoves are giving all these kids asthma, something that nobody had really ever talked about until now. Give me your reactions. Facebook.com/the news junkie. Hit that follow button. YouTube.com/the news junkie. Hit subscribe. Thank you for watching.